It's like kind of like a library thingy for like a computer time.
Just like filling job applications out and stuff, things like that.
Well, honestly, I thought it was gonna be with like, how you say? I thought like when I heard computer lab, I thought they were talking about like game-wise computer, like working on games. But then I saw that they had a studio and other stuff.
My friend Satanji was helping PJ out with his music, and then as soon as I found that out, me and Satanji just planned to just start doing music together with him.
I came here, then I found out about the recording sessions. Now I was working on a track at first that I liked, but I was writing, then I found a beat for it, I think, and then you told me about this, and I came here like I wasn't ready yet. Well, I think I was observing first. It took me like a few days to like write the song. I was like ripping out paper and stuff. Then I came here, and I didn't have the hook, and I was spinning on the track. I didn't know much about it and stuff. Like you showed me how to do it, and then you took out a verse from mine, and you put it as the hook.
Yeah, I helped Smokey record some track, and I was like, I like to rap, but I don't know where to rap at. So I'll just figure, I'll learn how to rap and produce, and I'll just do it here.
You made us freestyle to see where our levels of rapping is, and you made us go in the studio at the mic.
It makes me feel confident in my music because when my math teacher heard my music, he was like that it wasn't bad at all, and that he said that I don't care about what people say. I have my own. I'm open-minded about my stuff.
I come back because one, I'm kind of a little older than a couple people in here, so one, I feel like they keep me young or whatever and all that. You know what I mean? I see a lot of different youth and I see a lot of different talents or whatever. So also not only that, I mean, you know what I'm saying? My bro Ant, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he be coming out his way to try to help me. You know what I mean? He give me advice, and not only that, you know what I mean? I feel in this place that there's a lot of people of color. So within that, you know what I mean? It makes me feel a little more at ease within the place where as far as like, be able to open up, being able to, I guess, open up if I want to open up about a conversation. So, I would say, well, music is kind of therapeutic for me. So I would say that kind of the struggle or whatever. But as far as now, I remember my bro Royale, he just kept saying that my name was Speedy back in the day. He's like, yo, bro, come rap. He's like, yo, rap. And I'm like, nah. He like, yo, just come on. Then one day we was getting lit or whatever. He just kept asking me, and I said, you know what? All right, let me try it. And I just started rapping off the top of my head. I was like, they was gassing me. They're like, oh, that's fire. And I don't know. It felt like a high to me. And then since then, I don't know. It just felt like a high, and I just kept chasing it.
Like growing up, like my mom never really played hip hop music. She always played like these like love songs and like Usher and things like that. But like Michael Jackson, like when you listen to some of his songs, it's like he used some of the hip hop beats and made it into pop. Like you could hear in his beats, like half of his beats are like kind of like unisex because you could rap to them and you could sing to them because like they, it's like I don't know, something about it, like it just makes you hype, like rap music.
I liked rapping since I was young. Like probably when I was like 5th grade, that's when I started to really write. And my mom was she writes poetry, so hearing her do poems, it made me want to take it to another level and rap. It calms me down. Like rapping calms me down, writing calms me down, because like there's a lot of people, like I thought I had friends. I can't talk to certain people. So I write down on a piece of paper, my phone, and yeah, pretty much I just can't talk to certain people about stuff because they wouldn't take it serious or they just wouldn't understand me.
I see myself doing a lot of things. I mean, I play basketball. I'm like a very athletic person. I play like a couple instruments. I'm very talented.
I see myself doing what I love, which is rapping. Also, like I like to get back to St. Mary's, where I came from, and you know what I'm saying. Hopefully, like actually building a studio in here. That would be helpful. Stuff like that, and more stuff taking care of my mom's, and you know.
As far as like, you know what I mean, my goals and set where I see myself though, like I see myself actually growing. I mean, right now my mixtape, my first official mixtape is about to be done, and then for my next 2017 year, I'm gonna really start. I've been paying a lot of money to record music. My next for whole 17 I'm paying money to promote my music. You know what I mean, doing stuff like that within that niche. So I see myself, man. It may sound crazy or whatever, but I see myself, you know what I mean, really competing with the big dogs.
I could see myself owning a couple houses, you know, owning a couple record labels, a couple platinum records. Yeah, pretty much. Owning a big business, you know, not in the hood no more. That's where I see myself at 37.
That you have to take it serious, and it's on a different level. You have to talk about what you do in life. You can't talk about shooting guns and stuff like that, because then that's when people's gonna test you on stuff.
I see myself as a bad man. Now, bad and villain go together, so I guess that makes me a villain.
He always has that attitude that he's better than everybody else.
Cocky, overconfident. Let me tell you something. I'm a bad man, all right? I'm a bad man. See, when I'm on the court, if I want to score 20, I score 20 and I sit out the rest of the quarters. You understand the type of philosophy?
He was very aggravating. Made me want to like purposely choke him.
Oh, the talent was just unbelievable, but his attitude was subpar.
He thought he was the best at what he did. Listen, you're not the best in anything, really.
I think words is gonna hurt. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, the dude had game.
The baddest man of all time is me.
Yeah, tell me, like, King, look, so there's nothing you're gonna be able to do about this. I'm gonna shoot this right in your grill, and it's gonna go in. And that's exactly what happened every single time.
You can challenge me if you want. We could go upstairs, we could play one-on-one, we could go downstairs, we could go wherever you want.
Very cocky and has the Allen Iverson syndrome. Always want to do things his way, never wanted to follow orders or thought he was better than the person teaching him the game.
He was my man. So when he was successful, I was successful too. Man, I was Thomas's right hand. You might have some clown named Kofi walk around talking about he's Thomas's right hand, but I'm his right hand.
One of my closest friends. Every time we got together, it was all love.
I bought jerseys and t-shirts and little coffee mugs with his picture on it and his little shooting hand.
I'm big time, all right? I do big time things. I'm big time. I'm big time. I'm big time. I'm big time. Come on, I'm big time. I'm big time. I'm big time. I'm big time. I said I'm big time. I said I'm big time. He's a man. I'm big time. Big time. Big time. Come on.
Nowadays, the world isn't safe. And if you're black, there's no case. There's just simply no justice. And officers asking, why don't you trust us?
If you are white and you working in a black community and you are racist, you need to be ashamed of yourself.
Where it's easy to be a statistic and the justice system is guiltless. There was Trayvon, Sandra, Catherine, and Sean. Also Eric, Rika, Amadou, and Brown. Now we could sadly add Alton and Castile to the list.
Our officer, of course, flipped out because he's black and said, no. And he goes to show him his ID and the cop shoots.
Thing is, Alton didn't really resist. He knew the only outcome because some white officers treat black people like scum. Let's not forget about Lil Tamir, The cause of his death is very clear. A little black boy shot by a white cop. All hell will break loose if the places were to swap. Our people are constantly getting shot. The one responsible isn't caught. Our brothers and sisters constantly dying. Like, honestly, what's the point of crying? Even when you're right, you gotta accept that you're wrong, because we're treated like we don't even belong.
Thugs of the government will shoot and kill people with perfectly legal right to carry arms.
Being forced to raise our hands.
Because I'm looking at, as long as I got my hands up, they're not gonna shoot. But I still got my hands in the air. I say, you know, I just got shot.
Getting killed for daring to make stands.
Louder. I matter.
Affirmative. Can I show you picking up a 54-8 upon completion?
Are you ready? Let's go.
Actually, stand by one.
My name is Shirai Isler, and I was asked to give a short response as to what inspires me. This was a hard question for me at first, and I was starting to think I was not at all inspired. Nothing prompted me to wake up in the morning other than the idea that if I didn't, I would eventually become a homeless person with no education and no way of rejoining the capitalist system of America. It was not until this morning that I realized I leave my house every morning and to continue my education for no other reason than to take advantage of every opportunity that prepares me and provides a way for me to make a difference. The opportunity to make a difference in my community, in my country, and eventually in the world. I am inspired by the hope of someday making a change.
My name is Antonasia Davis, and I was asked what inspires me. What really inspires me is good energy and being successful. I love the fact that I'm able to wake up every day and being a part of the world and being a part of the United States of America. Being around my loved ones and people that lift me up and encourage me to be the best that I can be is wonderful. Having good energy around is great 24/7. I plan on being successful in life, so good energy is needed at all times. But I know that there's going to be some bumps in the road, so I have to overcome those bumps to go where I want to be in life.
My name is Ati. Things that inspire me are reading, and when I'm upset, I write. The books I love to read are mostly romance, horror, fiction, and fantasy. The reason I love these type of books is because they keep me engaged, and then I won't be able to put the book down. So it's like addictive. When I'm upset, I usually write little short stories on what has me upset and twist it with a little horror and fantasy, but the character would be based on who I am and not exactly me.
Watching my little brother Ivan inspires me to work hard and fix my mistakes so my future can be bright. Another thing that inspires me is like watching Coach Carter, the basketball movie. How the basketball players wanted to win every game, but their grades were not that good. But they started studying to make them better and to have more knowledge on the court. As they grew and they accomplished getting to the championship, at the end of the game they lost, but they learned their lesson. Before you can become a basketball player, you gotta become a student. So that's why I love playing basketball. It's not about my points, it's about my grades and my future. Before you can become a basketball player, you must become a student.
Now, I feel like he's very ignorant and he doesn't respect women as he should. He doesn't respect his daughter, and he feels as if he talked down about women and how women should rely on men, which is not true because I'm a woman and I'm independent. Yes, and yeah.
I don't know why he ran for president anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I think that he's horrible for our country. He's gonna make our country a lot more racist, a lot more sexist, and a lot more hate.
I feel like he's very ignorant and he shouldn't have won. Like, he's just disrespectful for no reason.
I feel like the election was unfair and it was rigged.
This is gonna go to hell. A new order? Yeah, watch. I don't feel too pleasant about it.
I think that is not fair. I don't know how he won. A lot of people was asking that same question. I just don't know. It seems rigged to me.
I feel like it was rigged and that Hillary should have won. And she has more experience in the office than he does.
I feel like Trump supporters came out of nowhere. Like, Hillary was going, and then Trump. Like, dang. It was Trump supporters coming out of the woodworks, man. I don't know what happened. It's crazy.
22. It really didn't matter to me about the whole election. But everywhere it go, it's like a bad and worse. So she wouldn't got like an office, just would have been bad. But since Trump like getting into office and all that, it's like worse now.
I didn't vote.
I mean, it's like, I don't vote for Trump.
Like for nobody. Nobody. Like
I ain't vote for nobody. I was in my best signal all day.
You voted for Hillary Clinton. I feel like she has potential.
He's just different, not seriously. He's just different, and oh man, I don't know. That's how I describe. I can't even describe it. That's how. I mean, sometimes he speaks on some facts about what's good and what's not, but you can never know. Like you don't know if it's true or not. It's just all a mind thing to make you vote for him to say, oh yeah, you know what he's talking about. He don't.
Well, with Trump now, I think he's ignorant. He doesn't represent America at all. He doesn't represent American people. With Clinton now, people would think, I don't care about her, but people would think that she's not trustworthy because of the whole email scandal.
Alright, Clinton, we gonna start with her first, you know what I'm saying? First of all, she ain't feeding my country. We had like a tornado or something, and she ain't doing nothing about it. So, therefore, I don't like her no way. Like, how you gonna buy some country, you know what I'm saying? Ain't supporting the country. And Donald Trump, he racist. Racist, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's the oldest one, you know, he has the whole little racist people supporting him and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just like either one of them.
Okay, a lot of people say that Hillary's a liar. And with Donald Trump, he's just ignorant and very blunt and just speaks his mind all the time. And I respect him for being, like, saying what's on his mind, but I don't like the fact that he's disrespectful.
One problem I have with Donald Trump is that he has no respect for women because they have actual evidence of Donald Trump degrading and disrespecting women. Hillary Clinton has more presidential experience, and she has more experience within the government. Even though Donald Trump is a businessman, he has no idea about the government, which means that the cabinet will have to advise him on all of his rules.
Well, of course, Hillary would have won if I had the power to vote, but I can't because, you know, I'm 18, but...
I would cheat for them, like, I'll put, like, all the Democrat votes in. Like, if I had a way to sneak in the White House, I would, so...
There's no such thing as one person having control over the vote. We all have to come together and vote, and then, yeah.
I would tell people that they need to go out and vote because this is something serious, and if you don't vote, you can't get mad over who wins and who doesn't win.
Which I would not want to have control of the votes, but I would love if the votes would have changed, if more people would have not boycotted the elections and voted.
I would have gathered all the crackheads, all the people that's at the liquor store, all the people that's on welfare, food stamps. I would have told them, get your asses outside and vote for this man not to be president.
Family. What is family? What does it mean? According to the dictionary, it means a group consisting of parents and children living together in a household. To me, it means much more than that. A wise man once said, "My family is my life. My kids is my future. My wife is my soul." See, I believe that in order to have a good future involving family, that person has to work hard to make it easier for the next generation. My name is Benjamin. I was born in Jersey City, New Jersey, on April 17th. My mom would always tell me the story of how big I was as a baby. She would always tell me the story of me coming out crying so loudly because of how hungry I was. You could say I had a normal childhood. Got birthday and Christmas gifts. We would celebrate Christmas with big dinners and Thanksgiving with even bigger dinners with lots of family. Like most kids, I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up till I saw a video of this person bringing everyone together with his music that he made. You could say I fell in love with the music. Music motivated me in my everyday life. As I saw my favorite artists do what they love, it inspired me to do the best that I can to achieve my goal. That is, being in the music business. I know that achieving your dreams don't happen overnight. I know there's necessary steps in achieving your dream. So I know I must work hard for myself and my future children and my future wife.
With you all summer and after rain.
My name is Vernon Nicholas. I was born in Linden, Guyana on July the 6th, 1999. My mom had a weak uterus that made the circumstances of my birth difficult, but I was born by my feet, and I grew up in a place called Karakara, where poverty was dominant. It was a place where dreams go to waste. I had bad influence and pressure from people who were trying to change me from the person who I was. I had to be mentally strong and stay on a good course. My hobby was art. It would always bring out the best of my emotions, and it kept me out of trouble. I grew up with my mom. I never had a dad during my childhood stage. My mom had to play the role of a mother and a father. She did her best to raise me. I grew up selling food with my mom. Everyone on the street saw the struggle and they also saw the potential. They believed that someday that the struggles would end for me. I used to be on the road until the next day, and then I would have to wake up to go to school. But all that changed when the opportunity came for me to come to New York. My life was much better. I got more time for school instead of being on the streets. My role model is my mother. She was a hustler and she taught me how to survive. She made me into the person I am today. I created an inspirational quote that always keeps me focused. The future is what you make it, contemplate it, and then create it. My happiest memory is coming to New York, and my favorite thing to do is make music. My goal is to be rich, and I'll work hard and try my best to achieve it with my last breath.
My name is Angelica. I'm 17 years old. I'm the third oldest out of 7 other siblings. I'm a daughter of a Marine veteran and the only child on my father's side. I was originally supposed to be born in Brooklyn, New York, but my mother wanted to have a water birth. But by the time we drove, I was ready to come out, so I had to have a natural birth. Being born in Staten Island, New York, weighing 9 pounds, 12 ounces, I knew I was a huge baby. My mom says she ate 13 Hershey pies every day while being pregnant with me, and it is my favorite pie to this day. I say I'm from Brooklyn even though I was born in a different borough, because I also say I'm from Staten Island because I come from both places and it became a part of me as a person. I'm like a gypsy moving from place to place. I always was with my dad. He has been my childhood best friend, especially being spoiled and being the only child on my father's side. We were like Jack and Jill, always together. My childhood was actually amazing, from shopping every day in Toys R Us to going to different parks in the city every day as our bond grew tighter. I always loved being with my sisters and brothers and mom because it would kind of get boring with just being with my dad at times. Me and my family would go out to do something fun, like go to amusement parks or go out of state on vacations. Spending a lot of quality time with my father and mother and other siblings, it's like I lived the best of both worlds. Growing up from everything given to me to having a fun, crazy life with my sisters and brothers. Even though I would have liked my parents to be together, they got along good enough to see my father coming to my mother's house every day to come see me. I loved coloring books as a child, from going to different art stores to buy pastel crayons. I used to love drawing, especially pastels. It just made everything peaceful. I've always been a stubborn person since young, and coloring just made everything better, it seemed like. I could be upset that I couldn't get something that I wanted, and I would just color, and my drawings would come out insanely amazing. That one time, I showed my first grade teacher and wrote a poem about it, and then they put it in a garden around my dad's house. Having 5 sisters and 2 brothers is a loud house than just being with my dad, but in both households, the radio played a big part. We all loved the radio. If you came to either apartment, you heard the music playing from the hallway or even coming from the elevator. My life sort of changed due to the fact that my father passed away 3 years ago from cancer. It made me mature in a sense. It impacted me so much. I've learned not to forget about my dad, but to understand he's in a better place and that he wants me to be better in life as a person. I always depended on my parents and older siblings, of course, because I looked up to them. Now, since I'm getting older, I'm self-independent and do things for myself because I realize I can't depend on my parents forever. Some things in life remain the same, like having a big, crazy family and having responsibilities watching over my younger siblings. My role models are my parents and my grandparents because my grandfather started work at a young age to support his family, which inspires me deeply to support my family one day with a family business. My favorite inspirational quote is, "Give God your weakness and He'll give you His strength." I believe in this quote because there have been moments in my life where I wanted to give up, but I talked to God and He gave me His strength to be better and not to give up on myself. My happiest memory is knowing that I'm graduating this year because I transferred myself to a school that can help me graduate on time, which is very meaningful to me and which makes me understand that I need to strive hard and complete high school, not only for my parents to be proud, but to say I actually did it. I plan to achieve these goals by coming to school every day, receiving knowledge, and learning from my internship. Working hard will pay off in the long run. Even though times might get rough, don't think about yesterday. Focus on tomorrow.
What inspires you?
Playing sports and doing my homework.
What inspires me in Sunset Park after school is dance because I could hang out with my friends and I could, like, when I get hurt, I could just wiggle it out or something.
What inspires you about Sunset after school?
Mr. Moore inspires me to keep belief in myself no matter what. My friends. They inspire me because we go to school together and we go to the same after school together.
What inspires you about Sunset?
I'm inspired by the CRC because it has taught me to use computers and now I can hold myself with it. Inspired by the games we play because it helps me learn great sportsmanship.
What inspires you about Sunset?
Fitness Fridays.
Why?
Because it's fun and we play fun games and it helps us to grow.
Whoa, I thought you were Carlos.
Me? No, I'm not Carlos.
Yeah, I thought you were Carlos because for the past months, Carlos has been bullying me and I'm really sick and tired of it. So every time I see Carlos, I get scared.
But man, Carlos my friend. He don't do anything. He's just playing with you.
Randy, you kind of don't understand because you haven't been around every time that Carlo has been rough playing, but it's not actually rough playing. He's actually bullying me.
But listen, Carlos my friend. He doesn't do anything. You gotta try to figure this out on yourself because he doesn't do anything.
Black Beatles in the city, be back immediately to confiscate the monies. Right ground. Wow. My will. You sent flowers, but you said you didn't receive them. But you said you didn't need them. That girl is a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know of me. Young bull living like an old geese. Quick release the cash, watch it fall slowly. Frat girl still trying to get in. Haters mad for whatever reason. Smoke in the air, binge drinking. They lose it when the
Hey, what's up?
The party's off the chain yesterday, right?
Yeah, bro, I got some pictures.
Where, bro? Pictures of what?
Of that girl, Amber, she was laid on the floor and she was drunk.
Does she know you took pictures?
Who cares if she know? I don't care. I'm gonna post them on Facebook.
Dang, bro, that's messed up. That's my friend. That's gonna mess up her reputation.
I don't care, bro. I'm not about to let these pictures go to waste. I'm about to be Facebook famous.
I can't make you not post them, but look at the consequences. Like, think about it, bro. Like, she's a girl. Like, don't do that.
I don't care about her feelings or her family. I'm gonna post these pictures.